Good morning, everyone. Well, seen a few showers in northwest Indiana early this morning, but this is not the cold front yet. Cold front not arriving until the late afternoon. The reason we've been seeing some isolated showers last night and continuing early this morning is a little area of low pressure that's working over us, but it's about to clear us. So we are almost done with the initial round of rain. I'll mention the chance for showers for the morning commute, but it is a small chance. If we're going to see showers, it's likely going to be in the most eastern part of the area. So Port County, Jasper County, you have an opportunity for seeing a few showers, but I tell you what, Lake County on to Chicago, I think the rain chance will be over with by 8 a.m. And I think the rain chance over with for all of us by 10 a.m. this morning. But we're not done with the rain chance because we still got that cold front to talk about. So it looks like about a 6-hour window where it's going to be completely dry from 10 a.m. until 4 o'clock this afternoon. I think 4 o'clock is the earliest we could start to see rain pop back up. The best chance is going to be around Chicago at this point, but I'm not going to rule out a couple showers already starting to pop up in northwest Indiana. Now, because of this timing with this cold front, I do want to stress this afternoon still going to be pleasant. We're talking about high temperatures, low to mid 70s. Now, right as the front begins to push in, we're going to see the winds pick up. So for a lot of the day, probably not too much wind, but once we get to the late afternoon, it'll start to get breezy. And actually along the front, it's just going to stay breezy. I think the strongest winds are actually right behind the front. I'll get to that in just a second. But again, rain chance starting around 4 o'clock. But the best opportunity for showers, and yes, there could be a couple of thunderstorms. That is a possibility. Not worried about severe storms, but could there be heavy rain and lightning in a couple spots? Yes, I think it's mostly shower activity. But a couple of storms are a possibility. And it looks like the best chance for us is going to be about 6, 7, 8 o'clock this evening. And look at those temperatures coming down. Already at 6 o'clock, looks like we're going to be, notice Kentland 68, but Hammond 60 degrees. So, yeah, this is when the front is going to be working over us. And still a pretty good chance of rain by 8 o'clock. But by this point, the front is clear of us. And so that means temperatures in the 50s and no more chance of storms. Once the front is clear of us, the chance for those thunderstorms going away, but the chance for showers continuing. And behind the front, the winds are going to continue to increase more. And I tell you what, from 8 o'clock through a good portion of the overnight hours, we're talking about gusts 30, 35 miles per hour. So got to call it windy, making it feel even cooler. Now, when we jump into 10 o'clock, notice how the rain already starting to back off, transitioning to just isolated showers. But the rain chance is not going away. Because tomorrow, yeah, the front's going to be clear of us, but guess what? It is lake effect shower time. Now, let's talk about the morning commute tomorrow. The best chance of rain. So what's going to happen tomorrow is a gradual shift in the wind. So winds are going to start out of the northeast, and then they're going to be shifting to the north and west. So what that means is at the start of the day, the best chance of rain is going to be over in Chicago, but then it's going to be shifting our way in northwest Indiana. We've also got to talk about those temperatures as you head out the door. Early Friday morning, we're going to be in the mid to upper 40s, but it is still going to be breezy. Gusts around 25 miles per hour. So plan on it feeling like the low to mid 40s, cooler than what thermometers are indicating. So definitely jackets. So if you live in the eastern part of the region, you might get a dry morning commute in, but if you're going to be driving into Chicago Friday morning, pretty good chance you're going to encounter rain. And let's track how this rain is going to be gradually shifting to the east as we go through the day. So a better chance of rain in northwest Indiana by the late morning versus the early morning. But I think our best opportunity at seeing rain on Friday is going to be in the afternoon hours, particularly the early to mid-afternoon. That's when winds are going to be right out of the north. So this will be the most favorable direction for those lake effect showers. And could there still be 1 or 2 storms? I think the chance is small, but can't completely rule it out. But it is mostly going to be shower activity. And really, besides the rain, the temperatures that we're going to be seeing tomorrow are so different than today. I mean, look at these high temperatures. Yes, high temperatures Friday afternoon. I do think there could be some that only top out, particularly in the northern part of the area, in the low 50s. And it is still going to be breezy Friday afternoon, making it feel like the upper 40s. At the warmest and the best chance of mid-50s is probably going to be in Newton, Jasper County, but I think mid-50s is as warm as we're going to get. And notice, yeah, still a pretty good chance of rain, 4 o'clock, so this brings us to Friday evening plans. Now, we're past the peak at this point, But yes, still the opportunity for isolated showers by this point, particularly in the eastern part of the area. Now, this is good news if you're planning on spending Friday evening in Chicago. I think the rain chance over with there, but it will continue in the region until about midnight Friday night, and then all the showers will come to an end. And look at these temperatures, 7 o'clock Friday evening if you're going to be out. We're going to be in the mid to upper 40s. Fortunately, at this point, the winds, once the sun sets, going down. But the clouds will be breaking up also late Friday night, and ultimately, we're going to cool down into the mid 30s.